Hello my dear students, welcome back to the class. So in our previous class we have learnt about the combination of cells in series and parallel, correct? So in general, for the combination of cells in parallel, we can write the expression as epsilon equivalent by R equivalent is equal to epsilon 1 by R1 plus epsilon 2 by R2 plus etc. up to epsilon n by Rn. Correct? And we can also write the expression of R equivalent, that is 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 etc. up to 1 by Rn. These are the two expressions we have learnt for the combination of cells in parallel. This is for general. If there are n number of cells connected in parallel, correct? So the next concept which we are moving for is Kirchhoff's rules. What is this Kirchhoff's rule? What is this Kirchhoff's rule? A scientist called Kirchhoff, he gave the rule. See, if the cells are connected in a series or parallel, the formula is there. Epsilon is equal to epsilon 1 plus external to etc. up to epsilon n. Then epsilon by R equal, where R is nothing but what? Internal resistance. Okay. But if the circuit is little bit complicated, that is, if the circuit consists of cells as well as the resistors, the combination of cells and resistor, for that what we have learnt is not enough. What we have learnt is only either for resistors itself, the formula for resistors itself when they are connected in series or in parallel, whereas this one is for the cells if they are connected in parallel or series, correct? But if there is a combination of cells and resistors, then this is not enough. So for that, the scientist called Kirchhoff gave the rules. There are two rules. First one, Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current law. And the second one is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. Kirchhoff's current law is also called as KCL. Whereas Kirchhoff's voltage law can be called as, yes, KVL. Or else, the first one, that is Kirchhoff's current law, can also be called as junction rule. Junction rule. Whereas Kirchhoff's voltage law is also called as, do you know what it can be called as? It can be called as loop rule. Loop rule. So there are two rules. First rule is Kirchhoff's current law. Second one is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's current law is also called as KCL or junction rule. Whereas Kirchhoff's voltage law is also called as KVL or loop rule. Very, very important question for 2 marks for your final exam. Okay. They can ask, state and explain Kirchhoff's current law. Or state and explain KVL. State and explain loop rule. Any way they can ask. Understood? So these are the two important rules. How this rule is, let us do the statement or let us write the statement. Okay. First one, that is Kirchhoff's current law. I will write it as KCL. Okay. This Kirchhoff's current law states that at any junction any junction. The sum of current entering the junction, the sum of current entering the junction, sum of current entering the junction is equal to sum of current leaving the junction. The Kirchhoff's current law states that at any junction, the sum of current entering the junction is equal to sum of current leaving the junction. Just like in a classroom, let us consider this classroom as one junction. How many students enter into our classroom? So much students will go out of the classroom, correct? So I can say how many sum of students entering the classroom is equal to sum of students leaving the classroom, correct? So in the same way, how much amount of current is coming to the junction, so much of amount of current will go out of the junction also. This is nothing but KCL, Kirchhoff's current law or junction rule. Since here we are speaking only about the junction, it is also called as junction rule. Understood? Fine? Yes. See, let us do a give small explanation for this. Let us consider a point O. Okay? For this point O, in an electrical circuit, let there be electrical circuit, okay? One resistor, another resistor, one more. Enough, no? So total 5. 5 resistors are connected. O is nothing but a junction. Junction means it is a place where all the points meet. Correct? Or else can I call a point where all the roads meet called as junction? One road from this side, another road from this side, this side, and all meet at one point. We call it as a junction. There we call it as a circle, correct? Okay, so here we call it as a junction. Suppose, let us consider I1 is the current. Let this be R1. Okay? Let this I2 go out. I3. I4. I5. Okay. So, according to KCL or junction rule, sum of the current entering the junction is equal to sum of current leaving the junction. Correct? So, can I write? I will take entering as a positive, leaving as a negative for the convention purpose. Correct? Because the direction of the current, we will take this incoming current, we will call it as positive. Outgoing current, we will call it as a negative. I1, incoming towards the junction O. So, I will take it as plus I1. I2, it is leaving the junction. So, minus I2. This is entering the junction, correct? So, I will take it as plus I3. This one is entering the junction, so I will take plus I4. This one leaving the junction, so I5. This equal to 0. Either I can write it like this, or according to the rule itself, if you want to write, what and all is coming inside, we can take it as entering. Okay, this is entering. Leaving. We'll write entering once together. I1, I2, I4. No, I1, I3 and I4. Correct. I1 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I5, correct? Sum of the current entering the junction is equal to sum of current leaving the junction. If we take these two inside, then what do we get? I1 plus I3 plus I4 minus I2 minus I5 is equal to 0. So we can write I is a summation I is equal to, what we can write? Summation I is equal to 0, correct? Summation I is equal to 0. Why we can write summation I equal to 0? Because we are just adding. After adding, the answer will be 0. See, earlier also I wrote the same. But if you feel like confused, according to the rule itself, I have written here. So in the exam, if they ask, state and explain KCL, then write this statement. Then write these 1, 2, 3 expressions. Then you will get, and one circuit diagram. So if you do so, then you will get full 2 marks. Understood? So this is nothing but KCL or junction rule. Next one is KVL or nothing but loop rule. Loop means what? It is a mesh kind. Mesh means what? It is like a netted. One connected to the other. So we call it as a loop. Okay. We will go for KVL. So this diagram, along with the equations and statement, you have to write in your notes. Don't forget. Okay. And this contains 2 marks. Both the rules are very, very, very important. So this second one is Kirchhoff's voltage law. What does this Kirchhoff's voltage law state? The algebraic sum of changes in potential, the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop containing resistors and cells is 0. Okay, is 0. The algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop containing the resistors and cells in a circuit is nothing but 0. In a circuit means in any circuit, okay? So we understand that it is a circuit. There is no sentence called circuit in the statement. Statement means it should be the statement as given by the scientist itself. You don't write your own statement by understanding the concept. Okay? It will become your rule then. So we don't want your rule, we want our KVL. Correct? Kirchhoff's rule. The algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop containing the resistors and cells is 0. So what I can write this explanation as? So for that, let us draw a diagram. That is, let us draw a loop containing resistors and cells. Okay. One cell, resistor, another cell, resistor, correct? Another resistor. Okay, fine. This is nothing but a loop or I can call it as a mesh. Fine. The current comes. We'll do one thing. We'll change the direction of the battery so that it will be easy. I'll take this one as I1, R1, epsilon 1. Correct? Or we will take it as E1. It's your wish. R2, I2, R3, I3, epsilon 2. That is nothing but EMF of the cell. Or else you can write it as E1 and E2. It's one and the same as you explain. Okay, where E1 and E2 are the EMF of the cells. Now let us apply the rule, that is KVL. Algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop containing the cells and resistors is equal to 0. So for this, how we can write is, let us draw one arrow mark. Okay, so that it gives me a path. Either you can draw the arrow like this, or you can draw the arrow like this. It's your wish. But most of the time when we solve the problems or something, we'll always take the clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise. It will be same. Clockwise direction. Fine. I1, R1. Here we have to speak about the potential itself. We will not speak about in terms of current. So how can I write? I1, R1. It is in the same direction. See, this is like this. So this is also same direction. So I1, R1. Next. Plus I2, R2. This one. Plus same direction. I3, R3 is equal to, always write down, E1 plus E2. Okay. If we take these two other side, I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 minus E1 minus E2 is equal to 0. Or can I write summation IR plus summation E is equal to 0, correct? Sum of the changes in potential around a closed loop containing the resistors and cells is nothing but 0. Understood? Now look here, instead of this, I'll change this. Okay, we will draw it like this. Now see the direction. Now this is nothing but the direction of current. Correct? I3. Now the equation is same direction, but this now opposite direction. So how can I write? Minus. Understood? When it is opposite direction to the what direction we have taken, we will take it as minus I3 R3. Understood? But even then, your summation I will be same. What you are going to do is, you are going to add it. Because you can write this expression as, see here, I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus minus I3 R3, correct? It is nothing but summation itself. So I can write it as summation IR plus summation E1 plus E2. So we can write summation E. Understood? Shall I move further? So wherever you get the EMFs, you put it in the right hand side. So where you take it to the left hand side, so that it will be easy for you. Understood? Next, what I want to speak here is our KCL and KVL rule, what it signifies. KCL rule, what it says, sum of current entering the junction is equal to sum of current leaving the junction. Correct? At any junction. So what I can say is, this KCL law signifies the law of conservation of charges. How much charge enters, so much charge will go out. Here, there no new charge creates, or it will be destroyed. So I can say KCL signifies law of conservation of charges. Conservation of charges. Whereas KVL, what it says, in a mesh, or it is in a loop, correct? So, sorry, KVL. KVL, what it signifies? It signifies law of conservation of energy. It signifies law of conservation of energy. Understood? So this, what it signifies is very, very important. First law signifies law of conservation of charges, and second law signifies law of conservation of energy. Understood? We will write one simple problem to understand this KVL and KCL. Okay? Apply loop rule to loop rule to loop rule to a loop AHDCBA. And node rule at a node A in the following circuit or network. See, I think you understood which is node rule. Which is node rule? KCL or junction rule is also called as node rule. Okay. See, here is the diagram. Okay. One resistor is there. Two more resistors. Then one battery. Like this. Okay. A, B, C, D. B, C, D, H, over I1, I2, I1 and I3. One more is there for this circuit. That is one battery. like this. E, F, G. "45 volt." This is 80 volt. Okay. I2, I3. Sorry, this is I3. This is I1. 30, 41. One more is left on, that is this one. This is 1. This is 20. Okay, this is the diagram. For this, you have to apply the loop rule and junction rule or node rule. Loop rule for AHDCBA. AHDCBA. So for which circuit? For this first circuit, you have to apply the loop rule. How to apply the loop rule? We will draw one arrow mark. According to the arrow mark, we will move. Okay. I3, for these two current is I3. For this current is I1. Correct? Same direction it is. So for us to know, it is not difficult. It's easy. Correct? So how can I write? First one, loop rule. I3, 1 I3, correct? IR. For this 40 ohm, current is I3. So plus 40 I3, 30 I1 is equal to 45. Correct? Am I right? Is equal to 45. How did I write? See here. For this one, first we will start from here. I1 is the resistance. For this current is I3. So resistance IR you have to write, correct? Because we are writing potential. So IR, V is equal to IR according to Ohm's law. So I can write 1 into I3, 40 into I3, same direction, so it is positive. Same direction in this one also. 30 into, what is the current here? I1. 30 into I1. Then no resistors. Directly we will get one cell. So is equal to 45. Understood? So 1 plus 40 I can add. This I3 is I3. So 41 I3 plus 30 I1 is equal to 45. Or 41 I3 plus 30 I1 minus 45 is equal to 0. What is the second one? We have to apply the node rule, correct? To which junction? A. To the node A. How to apply? Sum of the current entering the junction is equal to sum of the current leaving the junction. There, which and all it entering the junction? Only I3 is entering. Leaving is I1 and I2. So I can write for second one, sum of the current entering is I3 is equal to sum of the current leaving the junction. So I'll write I1 plus I2. These two are leaving the junction. Therefore I can write I3 minus I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. This is nothing but node rule. We have applied node rule for the junction A, or we have applied junction rule for the junction A. Understood how to do this, how to apply the loop rule and node rule or junction rule? Understood? Very, very, very important two rules. Okay? Fine. We will see in the next class. Thank you.